Hello everyone. Today we are seeing the clinical research. What is clinical research? The clinical research it is a branch of medical research that involves the studying of an effectiveness, safety and side effect of new drug or medicinal devices or diagnostic tests and treatments in humans. It aims to gather the evidence to support and development approval for a new medical interventions or to improve the existing ones. The clinical research is typically follows the predefined protocol which outline the objective methods and study design. It involves the conducting experiments or observations on human participations. Either they are healthy individuals or patients with the specific medical conditions. In this research process, we are follow some phases. In that, phase 1 trial, phase 2 trial, phase 3 trial and phase 4 trial. The main goal of an clinical research is to determine the effectiveness and safety of an interventions and explore the new treatment option. Compare this treatment with the different treatments and interventions to identify the risk factor and cause of a disease. It develops diagnosis tools and improve the patient care. The clinical research is collect and analyze the data from a participant to draw the conclusion and make the evidence-based recommendations for the healthcare. Next, we have seen what is a main objective of a clinical research. The objective of a clinical research is define a clinical research and explain why they perform a clinical research. Define standard operating procedure, identify the types of clinical research trials, protocols, and state the protection of an human in clinical research. Why the clinical research will be conducted? The clinical research it is a scientific study or scientifically research study. A clinical trial looking for an answer of a specific questions. Method for finding a safe, new and improved vaccine, drug and other treatments to the improve health. The research that relies on human volunteers. So, clinical research is a research performed on humans and animals also. That is designated to the answer of specific question and related to the human disease, diagnosis, prevention and outcome of treatments. In simple words, the clinical research it gives all the answer related to the disease, diagnosis, prevention and outcome of a particular disease. Why the clinical research will be performed? The test of an therapeutics of a drug. Then the gather data from the participants to had an unknown interventions and monitor result to determine the safety and effectiveness of an drug therapies and other treatments. A new drug and treatments are safer or more effective and faster working than any before drug. Ultimately, it improves the health status. What happens in clinical trials? What actually happens in clinical trials? In a clinical trials, the human participants are recruited for a particular study based on a stated criteria that described in a protocol of a study. Then they are fully performed about the trial and give the informed consent to the participant in a clinical trial. Then only the team of doctors, nurses and other research professionals are do the clinical trials with a specific condition. How does the team ensure that there are uniformity in a research? Standard operating procedures which are detailed written instruction to achieve the uniformity of a performance of a specific function. The types of clinical research trials. In that, first one it is a treatment trial, another it is a prevention trial, next one it is a diagnostic trial, screening trial and quality of life trials. In that first type, it is a treatment trial. What is a treatment trial? The test new treatments of new combinations of drugs with a new approaches to surgery or radiation therapy. It is called as a treatment trials. Prevention trials look for a better ways to prevent the disease in a people who have never had to disease or to prevent a disease from returning, may include the medicine, vitamins, vaccines, minerals and life sciences. Another trial, it is a diagnostic trial. These are the diagnosis trials are conducted to find the better test or procedure for diagnosing a particular disease or conditions. Fourth one, it is a screening trials. In a screening trial, the test better ways to detect a disease or a particular health conditions. Last one, it is a quality of the life trials. In a quality of life trials are explore the ways to improve the comfort and quality of the life for individuals with a chronic illness. The life cycle of an clinical research, then we are seeing. In a life cycle of an clinical research, first we are define the research of question. Then write the research proposal. Next step, it is find the funding and select the research team. Next, write protocol. After writing of protocol, they get regulatory approval for the conduction of an clinical research. Then conduct the clinical research on animals or humans. Last step, it is analyze the result what we are conducted in a clinical research and report the result. It is a last step. There are two main principles which are protect the participant from the research or the adverse event which are occurring in a research. These principles are GCP and GLP. GCP means good clinical practices and GLP means good laboratory practices. In a GCP, the good clinical practices, it is international ethical and scientific quality standards for designing, conducting, recording and reporting of trials that involves the participation of human volunteers. Simply, the GCP is a rules by which we have to conduct our research. It is a preferred rule or approved rule which are used for the conduction of an research. Another one, it is the good laboratory practices. The good laboratory practices means represent a set of principles that provides a framework within a laboratory studies and plan, perform, monitor, recorded and reported and archive. Simply, the GLP, it is a rules of a research in a laboratory matter. Here we see clinical research in detail. Thank you.